much oil so that you can throw, but it's one pail of oil that you're using I saw it in fast foods. Just use a little, then change it after 7 or 8 cookings. Because if the oil is burned, coconut oil, it develops a kind of fat which is called trans fat, which is a foreign fat. It can cause cancer, it can cause arteriosclerosis, it can cause allergy. So this is the thing. Maybe it's not the food really that we are against in fast food. It's very practical to go to fast food. But be careful with the oil that they are using. Take more of the salads in fast foods and all of this.
So we don't have to say, well, we've been condemned because all of the really good tasting food is bad for us. Yeah. We can actually prepare that good tasting food using something that's just as healthy.
Exactly.
But using a different oil.
Yeah. And since you mentioned food preparation, especially vegetable, take it half cooked or even raw. No.
Well, I like it raw myself.
Yeah.
But that's,
you can juice vegetable if you want to, or make it like a shake. Place some honey, but not the refined sugar, because refined sugar is something that is a food of cancer also. Right. We do not like it. So those are some of the tips that I could give as far as lifestyle is concerned. Of course, alcohol is not good. In Australia, it has been proven that it can cause hypertension. No, and hypertension is a cause of arteriosclerosis. No. And then, of course, foods like coffee, or say coffee, this is to me not bad. No, if you have no hypertension, if you have no heart disease, if you have no hyperthyroidism, and if you are not the nervous type, coffee is very good for as long as you don't place the.
It's an antioxidant, isn't it?
It's an antioxidant. Yeah. That's the other side of coffee. So in my case, I take coffee 2 or 3, no, but not more than that. No, not more than that. So that is as far as the food is concerned. With regard to exercise, I want to emphasize.
Can we get to food for just a second? Because maybe the way it sounds to me is that we should be doing most of our marketing at the wet market, not at SM. Right? Yeah. we should be buying food that comes in live in the back door and that morning, and it's fresh if it's meats. Yeah. But vegetables and things like that, do they have them at the fresh market?
But the best thing is plant it yourself. You know, in the place where I stay, we have a terrace. No, maybe about the size of this, maybe about 25, 30 square meters. And I have a lot of vegetables there.
So you grow your own vegetables?
I grow my own vegetables so that if my wife would want to say cook the Filipino favorite sinigang, we just get the pichay or the mustard right in our. It's very fresh. No, you can be sure that it is not laden with pesticides and all of this. By the way, if you are in the market and you are not sure if there is pesticide or not, get the leaves that are eaten by insects, and you are sure that it is not laden with pesticides.
so if it's been eaten by the insect, it's okay for you, is that right? Yeah. Oh, that's new to me. Sorry, I interrupted you. You were going to talk about exercise, I guess.
Well, exercise, okay. Many times it is just being advised that you should exercise regularly. Okay, that is true. Regular exercise should be a must. No, regularity is very important. Okay. But then, what kind of exercise will benefit your cells, especially the heart and the brain? Okay. Will jogging, will swimming, bicycling, handballs, and all of this, will it benefit you? No. You know, there is a secret in exercise that I always tell the people that they should do. exercise should be able to reach the so-called aerobic effect. Okay. When you say aerobic, it is oxygenation. Okay. Anaerobic is without oxygen. Okay. No amount of exercise will be beneficial. As far as I'm concerned, I think many of the doctors will agree that will not reach the aerobic effect. Aerobic effect is achieved when, say, if you are jogging or if you are playing handballs, you reach a point when you are short of breath. Okay. No. But what I do is, I teach them a 10 minutes exercise for busy people. But even if not busy, you can achieve aerobic effect by, for example, having a limbering exercise or stretching for about 3 minutes. Then do stationary jogging, 1 minute that is slow, then fast, slow, fast, slow, fast, slow. Total of 10 minutes. 7 minutes of jogging. When you reach the fast pace, it should be fast enough that you are short of breath. During the time when you are short of breath, that's the time when the capillaries, the small arteries opens. And it's the time when oxygen is delivered to the cell, including the nutrient to the cell. But if short of that, maybe say simply playing golf, no, you're walking, or especially if you're riding in a cart, no? Or say you are jogging, even if sometimes walk is safer than jogging, and the shortness of breath has not been reached, which is the time when the aerobic effect takes place, it is to me not beneficial at all. Okay. No. So very important, it is very important, in Tagalog I would say, na maabot natin yung kinakapos ng paghinga natin. And it is at that time na bumubuka yung ating ugat para pumasok ang oxygen at saka yung mga nutrients na kailangan ng mga cells. So that is very important aspect. And of course, at least 2 times a week, you should have an exercise that is balancing to your stress. No? There are many people, believe me, in my practice as an internist cardiologist, wherein 80% of the people that consults me are because of stress relationship, or stress related. No, because their life is not balanced at all. It is not simply being prayerful. It's not simply working for the family. It's not simply attending to the needs of the family or getting attention with your children. But you have to have a time for yourself wherein you should do recreational exercise. When I say recreation, it should be one that would really dispel or quash off a lot of your stress. And this is attained to by exercise like ballroom dancing, maybe bowling. You know, when you're dancing, sometimes you feel very happy. When you have a strike or a spare while playing bowling, or when you can deceive your opponent in ping pong or in badminton, you laugh and shout. And as far as I'm concerned, it's a therapy. No, and stress is something that is a contributory factor to the development of this kind of diseases. It could aggravate hypertension, it could aggravate diabetes, it could aggravate the heart problem itself, and even you will be prone to stroke. So very important to emphasize to our listener that exercise should be stress relieving. Okay. It should be recreating. Now you forget the whole world even for just few minutes because you're focused on your ball game or in your dancing. So that will surely be relaxing to your arteries. Your blood pressure will go down.
So our exercise should be fun.
We should
try to make it fun.
Yeah.
Because this is something that I have a brother that's a year older than I, and he says, hey, you know, if I start eating well and I start exercising, I'm not having fun, and I live an extra few months, I don't care. I want to. Yeah. Why should I do this? So I just need to tell him he needs to make it fun.
Yeah. And you know, maybe you have experienced this because you are a tennis player also. The disposition or the attitude of a person who does exercise is very good. No, because you have the feeling of wellness. A person who does not have the feeling of wellness is cranky. No, most of the time angry. No. On the day and on subsequent days, your disposition will be very, very good. You have the feeling of wellness.
Well, I think that's a great way to end our program today, because we're going to end it with a smile. Because that's what we're going to do. If we're going to exercise, we're going to be a little bit happier and smile more.
Smile more.
And smiles make the whole day a lot better.
Yeah. If you smile in the morning, your whole day will be good.
And I would like to say thank you so much for being here with me this evening. And I hope we'll get a chance to talk again later.
There are a lot of topics that we'll talk about.
For all of you people out there who invited us into your home this evening, I'd like to thank you too, because it certainly wouldn't have been any fun without you. And I hope that we'll see you again next Saturday when we meet another very interesting guest here on our new program. Thank you very much for watching.